Okay guys, we finally have a brand new trailer for My Hero All's Justice, and to be honest with you, this trailer exceeded my expectations a lot. The trailer started with the free roam, a brand new feature in this game which looks absolutely amazing. To be fair, some sources had said that we will have some sort of free roam like HUD. I predicted it will be similar like in Jump Force. We will have small HUD and we can travel from A to B point and etc. But this trailer surprised us in a good way. Not only you can control as Deku by swinging around the city like Spider-Man, but you can also control with different characters. Here's some examples from this trailer. You can fly through the city as Tokoyami, or use your explosion to do some parkour like Bakugo does in this clip, or my favorite is run through the city like Ida does, and many more, like for Ochako for example, using her zero gravity and she's basically flying, Shoto using his ice quirk to slide through the city. And the most interesting part is at the beginning we see Mineta and Tsu are climbing the building, so probably they are also playable as a free roam character. Maybe all characters from 1A are able to do a free roam stuff. Honestly, it's possible, but for now I'm not 100% sure about this, but it's still a great thing that developer gave us an option to choose between all these characters. They also introduced a new battle mode. Like in this clip we can see Deku is fighting against multiple opponents in this big area basically. Maybe it's not big, it seems like this, but whatever. It reminds me of Demon Slayer and Storm games where you're fighting against multiple opponents at once. Probably they try to do something similar, which looks pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie, I love this type of gameplays, to be honest with you. It's kind of like Muso style. Also we have a really small clip regarding about this mode. This is how the HUD will look like in this mode. Basically the same like in free battle, but we have like attack, cure and result x1. Maybe it's like RPG elements here and there. I forgot to mention we have a small map here. Also we have some extra information via PlayStation blog. They talk about the hero's diary, which I'll explain later. And the most interesting part in my opinion is the first sentence in this blog. In My Hero Academia All's Justice, you can revive the final war of My Hero Academia with cinematic visuals in story mode. Cinematic, so they are completely removing the slideshows like comic style novels from the game, which is absolutely blessing, because the first game, the second game, even though they had cinematics and they were looking pretty spot on, 90% of the game was through slideshows. It was unbearable, to be honest with you. Before I explain what's the hero's diary, I need to explain team up missions because they are connected and they are also important. So basically in team up missions you play as UA class 1 student in original scenarios, freely explore the city with quick based actions, complete training exercise and enjoy sub missions like free running, item searching and battles. For example, in this screenshot we can see Bakugo, Deku and Shoto are facing Nomu, or help Ochako with a small favor. And the favor is to help a kid who lost their kitty in this area, and so on. And after completing or progressing through the team up missions, you will unlock Hero's Diary. And Hero's Diary is basically an original episode that we have never seen in anime or manga that evolves students from 1A class. And these episodes will look something like this. For example, we have a small clip here that Deku is sitting with his classmates Mezo and Hanta, and probably they are discussing about their training or something else. Also, these scenarios reminded me of Storm 2 and 3, because in these games we also had unique scenarios, and in order to unlock them you have to complete side missions, or in Storm 2 and 3 you can also give them a unique present which will fill up the heart gauge, and then you will have a unique conversations with them. This game will also have an archives battle mode. In this mode you can re-experience the past events that happened from the previous games as well as the new stuff as well. For example, when Deku was fighting against Stain, but this time we can see that we have a unique 3D 3D cutscenes that we have never seen even in previous games, which I assume that they have redone older fights in this game as well. I assume that they only included the most important fights from the previous installments. Also, in this section they included the fight against High-End Nomu, where Endeavor and Hawk were fighting against him, which was also done in 3D cutscene. Obviously this fight is new for us because we have never experienced this fight in Once Justice 2, because during this time we only have covered 4 seasons. And this is strange because in order to unlock archive battles you have to complete team up missions / side missions. The reason I say it's strange is because in the trailer they mentioned this fight, it's from archives battle mode. So yeah, in order to experience this game in full you have to complete all the side missions in order to unlock all the archive battles, because probably it will be a lot. And the last section is the story mode, which they have confirmed few more characters like Lady Nagant, Mirko, Edgeshot, Best Genius and High-End Nomu as a new playable characters in this game. We also see a new cutscenes in this trailer which look absolutely amazing. So far they only showed 3D cutscenes and they also mentioned about this, so hopefully no screenshots, no any novels, nothing like this. I really hope so. Almost forgot to mention, in the story mode we'll have 2 perspectives. One is hero perspective and the other is villain perspective. And if you play the older games, One Justice 1 and 2, it's not something new. So basically if you play as a hero perspective you will fight as heroes against villains, but if you choose the villain perspective you will fight as villains against heroes. But in order to unlock the villain's perspective you have to complete hero's perspective first. And the game will be released on February 6th, 2026 on PlayStation 5, Xbox and PC. Some fans are upset because the game is not available on Nintendo Switch 2, but you have to understand that they need some time to optimize this game on Switch 2, so we need to wait a few months, maybe even an year like it happened with Sparking Zero. But eventually they will port this game on Nintendo Switch 2, so you just have to wait. And lastly, game bundles. This game will include 3 bundles: the Standard Edition, Deluxe Edition and Ultimate Edition. The Standard Edition will only feature the main game, and if you pre-order you will receive a bonus which is an early access for 2 characters. And judging by this silhouette, it's basically a Deku, different version, but second one is completely unknown. I'll repeat, this is an early access, it's not just a DLC pack or extra character pack. You will just unlock them from the beginning, from the start. And the base game costs 60 USD or 70 euros. Now for the Deluxe Edition. Obviously the base game and the Season Pass, which also include 1 collectible card. The Season Pass will include 5 additional characters. And the price for this bundle is 80 USD or 90 euros. And the last edition is Ultimate Edition, which will include everything that I've mentioned about Deluxe Edition, like the base game and Season Pass, as well as 7 HUD banner set and 20 additional costume pack. And the price is 100 USD and 110 euros. Honestly, in my opinion, paying 20 bucks for 20 costumes and 7 HUD set, it doesn't worth that much. 20 bucks is a lot of money. Some games are on sale with 20 bucks. I rather buy a game than some costumes. Obviously it depends on you if you are willing to pay for 20 costumes 20 bucks. I'm not judging, but I'm not gonna buy Ultimate Edition. And that's all the new information we have for All's Justice. Honestly, each time they release new trailer the game becomes more and more promising and I can't wait to play it. So far Biking doing an amazing job with this, I'm not gonna lie. And that's all for the video. Let me know what you think about all this stuff in the comment section below, and like always, if you enjoyed watching this video, make sure to like, share with your friends, and if you're a new person, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.